Warm welcome to everybody on behalf of the management, the members, everybody in the temple. Tonight, our third night, I hope you collected your pamphlet. And it gives any pamphlet for those that are here, those that have the blessing to receive them. It gives to you the Devi of the third night of the Navrat. And the first line says, this third manifestation of Durga, her name is Goddess Mother Chandra Ganta, Chandra Ganti in some texts. It is said that in the course, if you listen to Chandi part, if you listen to the war of Navratri, on the third day when she goes to the battlefield, this Devi held up a bell and she rings the bell. In some discourse, she has a ganta, a piece of metal, and she hits it. And the vibration causes mental disturbance. Everybody holds their ears. Blood starts to come out of their ears as this Devi destroys them with the sound energy. She's celebrated because of that. That was her method of destruction of bad people. Listed there, we put the prasad to offer. And there's this word called kheer. Many people would say, yes, Baba, that's sweet rice. Sweet rice. But do you know how many people do not know how to properly prepare? Last night we were talking about sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic prayer, yagna, sacrifice, big or small. And when they were talking about the Pandavas that did pray, massive prayer, great prayer, but still when the prayer is done, these people experience pain, hardship, potential rape. They lost their position. It is as if, Narad Muni is saying, it is as if something went wrong in the prayers. Their preparation, their attitude, their mindset. Do you know how many times people make the ingredients, the prasad that is to be offered, poorly? Think about somebody going tonight to make Neeb Mala for Durga Ma, and they went by somebody's tree and stole the leaves. Stole the leaves, didn't ask permission. Last night we talked about earning the ingredients for the prayer properly. Children today take it for granted that you're supposed to even, I'm short on tulsi leaves, I'm going to run outside. But our tradition says even ask the tree for the leaf, depending on the time of the day. Name, I am picking leaves, we are going to prayers. We are picking flowers, we are going to prayers. Our books talk about these things. It is very important. The members that did up this handout is tonight giving you the recipe for the kheer. Earlier today, when we were doing the puja, a few of them were cooking. And in the kheer, the difference between how we make sweet rice, and I'm stressing this point because what is puja if the prasad is not done properly? Sometimes we take that for granted. But remember, the law says, how I offer is what is going to be weighed to give or will cause the blessing to flow. If the prasad is haphazard, poorly made, and you are offering this, do you think you will get optimum blessing? Please consider that. When kheer is going to be made, milk is what is placed in the pot. The rice is boiled in the milk and then sweetened and adjusted as such. Long story short. When this milk is cow's milk and it is being heated, it gives a red hue. It's sometimes brown, depending on how much fat is in the oil, in the milk itself, the ghee. Sometimes people put cherries in their sweet rice to give it the red color. But what and why is the kheer important? Because of the nutritional value, the richness. When offered, this results in a lot of blessing. Where is it used? Besides in this Durga pamphlet that I'm giving tonight, when people have children, young children, or they are pregnant, you will hear, I mentioned it a couple of nights ago, Shashti Puja. Whether you want to get pregnant, you are pregnant, or you're going to have the baby soon. The 6th day, Shashti day, read your calendar. 6th day after the new moon and the full moon, people take kheer, this rich sweet rice, and use Bij mantra, Om, Hring, Shashti, Divya, Nama, and worship Mother to get the type of child. When you hear people talk in today's world, Babs, you make children, but we did not make their mind. Please remind them, at least as a Hindu, I am telling you tonight, if you didn't know this before, there is prayer to make your children, to have a boy or a girl, if you want an athlete, if you want a politician, if you want somebody physically strong, mentally strong, the type to be a musician or the type to be a pundit, there is prayer and method for that. And when done properly, the prasad in this instance, the person is able to gain great amount of benefit. So tonight when you are leaving, you'll be collecting some kheer and you will taste the difference. In it, there's pistachio nuts, especially I'm saying it now in case anybody have an allergy. People has put nuts in prasad and could be causing trouble for some people. There's pecan, there's pistachio, almond nuts, healthy things inside of this. Tonight when you're leaving, see what could be done. A few years ago, we did a Bhagavad here and we put pineapple in the Mahanbhog. And people said, you can't do that. Prasad or prasad is anything that is offered to God with devotion and clean. So tonight, as you learn about this form, please have the handout and you'll see there is another mantra, Om Hring Shri Chandraganta Durgaya Nama. Put swaha to it and you can do Havan. Principal Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. Let's clasp our hands as we do Sumiran before we enter into our discourse. With your eyes closed, your hands to your chest. Those of you at home that are looking on to this program, please follow. Prepare yourself. Listen to my voice. There are many people that don't know about this now Raatri. There are many people that don't know about this lady called Durga. And as we learn slowly, as we learn gently, more and more about our own selves, what we are doing in this Yagna, we are rediscovering our history, our beliefs, our culture. Whether you look at the clothes we wear, whether you look at the food we eat, or the prayers we say, Mother, you are revealing yourself. Please allow me to understand what is going to come from your text tonight. Tonight in our discourse, we hear about another example of a person that has done Devi worship in times of peril, in times of trouble, in times of Sri Ram. Let's hear what happens in this verse. Everybody, let's sing together. Sri Ram is very despondent. He went and he destroyed Bali. Bali is now gone. Sugriv is king. He's reunited with Tara and all these other characters that lived in Kishkinda. The king is happy, Hanuman is happy, Angad is happy, everybody's happy, but Sri Ram is camped outside the city. And he sends Lakshman one day, and he says, you have forgotten my lord. That Sri Ram is worried about his wife, and you are celebrating here. What kind of friend are you? Make preparation. You said you would help him find his wife. Make preparation. We have to go. A horde of monkeys, Vanar. Strong, powerful form. In our genetics, when we talk about different forms of the humanoid, there's a missing link. What we describe in our text is what we describe in text, in our scientific text. The missing link, and they cannot find the bodies of this Vanar because it existed. Imagine an entire army came out, and the first question that they asked was where to go. They didn't know. Let's hear what happens when Narad Muni comes. Narad Muni knows Sri Ram is slumped, sad, crying. Lord Vishnu is playing the part. And Narad Muni comes to talk to him. Lord Vishnu is crying, and Lord Shiva is worried for his best friend. Looking on, Narad Muni is here. Narad Muni comes. There are many instances when in the Leela of Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva gets very uncomfortable when he sees him in trouble. When I was reading Mahabharata last year, I told you there was a point where Bhim meets Hanuman. There's a different discourse where Bhim meets Arjun. Where Hanuman meets Arjun, sorry. How does Hanuman get into the story? How does Hanuman end up on the chariot of Arjun? How does Hanuman's flag end up to be taller than all the flags that we have? Lord Shiva calls him. In Mahabharata discourse, he says, Hanumanji, you are my arms, you are my part, you are 1% of my body. Go and do my bidding. Upon the earth, Krishna is living. And the Pandavas are filled with pride. Remember, we talked about how they had done their yag, but their attitude is very poor. Their friend is Krishna, their friend is God, but they are far from godly. Go and change them, go and help them, go and assist them, so that my Lord will be successful. Hanuman is used as a tool, a mechanism for the bidding of Mahadev to be done. Remember when we were reading about that Bhagavad Gita? When they were lined up and they were ready to fight, Yudhishthira bows his head to Krishna. This was before the bow falls off of Arjun's shoulder. And Devi Mata opens herself, and from the sky she comes with 18 arms. Mother comes to bless Yudhishthira that when you move forward, you are a very indecisive person. You think Arjun had problems? Yudhishthira is anxious, he's filled with anxiety, and Devi Mata goes there because Mahadev was asking her, Mother, please go and give them reassurance and blessings and stand with them, that when they move, be with them at all times. Mother appears and she takes 18 hands in this way, Abhya Mudra. When she makes this Vajramurti, what does it mean? From the Shakti from the hand, let it flow and bless the person. She with 18 hands looked at Yudhishthira. You are always confused. You are always misguided. You make poor judgment. Yudhishthira, blessings to you today. Don't make bad decisions today. Go to war. Go to battle and do not stop until you are successful. My blessings are with you. Lord Shiva smiled when this happened. Today, Ram is walking the earth. And Mahadev Baba is very uncomfortable. Sri Ram is crying. And Mahadev wants to go to hold him, to help him. How could I leave my friend? There's a discourse when Sri Ram is in the ashram of his guru, Vashish Muni. He's playing sitar and he's singing for Shiv Baba. And Shiv Baba cannot help, he must dance. And this is where the name Rameshwar. He says Ram and Ishwar. Last night we said it. Devi Mata says there's no difference between Shiva and Vishnu. When Ram sings, Shiva dances. And when Ram cries, Shiva cries. Shiva is uncomfortable and he calls Narad Muni, come, go and help him. Go and do my bidding. Help him out of this predicament. Give him direction. Show him where to go, Narad Muni. Show him where he has to go and teach him what must be done. Narad Muni reaches and he tells him, Oh Prabhu, why are you so despondent? Do you forget who you are? You are Vishnu. You have come upon the earth to do the bidding of Adishakti. You have come to remove the negative, the vile. That Madhu and Kaitab that we talked about has reborn as Ravan and Kumkaran. That demon that you destroyed in Vishnu form on your legs, those souls are reaping their benefit. They are being born again. to die at your hands. They are coming here for salvation. They are great souls. Your job is important. Dirty matter cannot take the weight of evil. Tomorrow night I'll tell you what that means. That weight, many people don't get that. Many people don't understand why we have bare feet when we're offering dar, why we touch the baby. It says dirty matter cannot take your weight of this negative. And you were summoned here. Devi is playing her part. Janaki Devi is a serpent, a mala of serpents to the family of Ravan. Because of how she came, remember I told you the blood from the moon is the curse. She is the end of Ravan. But Ravan is so deluded, he's so corrupted, that he thinks she is a garland of beautiful flowers. Sweet smell will bring upliftment to his family. The genetics of this lady, she's so beautiful. She will bring good children, good-looking children, strong, long life. But she has come here, Sri Ram, to shorten life. She has come here to end and destroy that entire family. That is her job. That incarnation of Devi is here for that. Oh Sri Ram, you must do your part. But in order to move forward, you are stagnant now in this moment. You are stagnant in this period, in this fight. You cannot move forward. When a person becomes stagnant, let's hear what happens. He says, don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry, husband. Surabhi Devi. Surabhi Devi, have you ever seen a cow? Sometimes Murti. Many little devatas sitting in her. The discourse when they churn in the ocean, a cow comes out, Surabhi Devi. And she makes all the cows. She is granting the desires of all that pray to her. Hence Hindus worship the cow. She is integral in many discourses. That Devi is making milk and is feeding Devi Sita where she is being kept. She is surviving only on milk, knowing that you are coming, knowing the play that is about to happen, the war that is coming, the destruction of evil. Sita Mata is praying, don't worry, she's good. What do you have to do? Whenever a person becomes stagnant in their life, please listen. Remember these words. Narad Muni is talking to you and I. When a person is undergoing untold amount of oppression, suppression, when you are being hurt, when you are being squeezed, when you are being, because of prejudice, because of race, when you are being in this way ostracized, because of your skin color, because of your hair texture, somebody is doing this to you, then you worship Devi and you will be able to overcome that. When you have these type of problems, it's very difficult. How do you solve that? He says when there's a disease, oh Sri Ramchandra, when there is a problem with a person's health and it is as if it is hopeless, do you believe in hopelessness? Then how can you have faith in that unseen energy? When problems and tests come, you give up hope. Sri Ram, you are the hope of people. But you are slumped. You are lost in depression. What is the example that you are giving? Oh Prabhu, in this Leela that you are playing, worship Devi. In particular, word for word, we always say, when God cannot come, He does send somebody. Well, we just really say He does send a man, right? But the truth is, it could be anybody. Mandir wanted to come, and he wanted to tell Sri Ram what to do, but he couldn't come. He couldn't. The world, the earth cannot take his feet. Could suppress the Himalayan mountain on the hands of Ravan. If he comes upon the earth, he brings destruction, trouble. Where he comes, all forms of destruction is going to come. So what does he do? He sends somebody who is differently abled. He sends somebody who has the ability to transmit this message. And he says, fast for 9 nights. Worship Bhagwati Devi. Worship her, Bhuvaneshwari Devi. Chandraganti Devi. Call her by her different names. Use the mantra. Do you think the mantras that you are getting in those pamphlets, devotees, the beads mantra we used last night, Om, Hring, Shring, Chandika, Divyai Nama. Do you think these things are just, okay, Pandit knows the prayers, that's good for Pandit. What about you? If you as a Hindu don't know these prayers, when you are in trouble, please watch, when God was in trouble, the mantras were used. If you are being oppressed, if you have job loss, if you are feeling hopeless, the message applies to you the same. A Pandit, a temple could only provide the information. It is for you to digest it and keep it. Narad Muni says the same. Oh Shri Ram, use the mantra how? There's a method to say prayer. There's a different mode. Guru mantra, we say it in the mind. When we are doing puja, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah, or for the sindur. But when we are doing jap, oh Shri Ram, whisper the prayer. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah Swaha. Whisper the prayer. Do jap, do havan. At the different sandhya. Many people don't know what sandhya is. We'll discuss it in the Yagna. He says at that appropriate time, get up early. Do it midday. Do it in the evening. Afternoon time into the evening time. Sit when it is neither day or night. Night or day. Forenoon or afternoon. Sit down and do prayer to her. Worship her. Calling her name. Doing the offerings. Offer fruits that are in season. Tomorrow night when we are talking about the dar as part of the discourse, the dar for Devi, many people don't know what to offer. People are saying putigal, grapefruit, shaddock, different type of citrus, and they're saying, how can you offer that? Tomorrow night, remember, if for those of you that ask me about it, walk with your pen and paper and get ready to write down what do you offer Devi in Raatri. She says, Shri Ram. Narad Muni says, Shri Ram, please do this and you will get to see your Sita. You will see that kidnapped individual, that person who has left your home, that child that has run away, that person that is separated from husband, wife that is separated. Do the worship and you will see reunification. That person will come back. Shri Ram asks Guruji, please remember what I said. Please remember this. Shri Ram says, who else did this vrat? Who else did this 9-night vrat? How do you know it will work? You are telling me I am missing my wife today. This person is kidnapped today. And you are telling me to fast for 9 nights. Will it work? Who did it? Narad Muni says, and this is why I had to read this now. I had to give you what happened before so you could appreciate it. He says Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, they worshipped Devi before and they got their wife. When people cannot get somebody, when they cannot get somebody good in their home and they want somebody, let them worship Gauri Mata and they will get somebody. When Sita Devi sees Shri Ram and she runs into the forest, she goes where Gauri Murti is. There's a prayer that is done on a Tuesday when the wedding date is set. From the time you set the wedding date to the date of the wedding, the girl is fasting on Tuesday doing Mangala Gauri Vrat, Mangala Gauri Puja. Please protect my marriage. Please allow the wedding date to be safe. Don't let anybody die. Do not let this date put off. And bless my marriage for me to be happy. Mangala Gauri Puja is done here. When a person wants to get married, oh Shri Ram, they do her worship. When Lord Vishnu did it, so he got Lakshmi. He says there are many examples when Vishwamitra, that is one of the Gurus Shri Ram protected in his younger days. When Brigu, when Vashisht, your godfather, when Kashyap had fallen out with their wife and they were separated. One of the Munis cursed his wife to become a stone because he thought she had cheated with Indra. And Shri Ram went and he took his foot. Those people who know Ramayana, you know what I'm talking about. Shri Ram frees the wife from the temper of that husband. He says, become a stone for many lives, for many janam, for many years, remain in that solid form. inanimate form, and God comes and he touches her and he gives her a darshan because she was innocent. She was wrongfully accused. He says when these people want to reunite, in past times, that husband and wife did Devi Puja, now Raatri Brat. In today's world till now, do you know how many pundits have marital problems? This ain't no secret. I am saying this tonight. This applies to even myself. Pundits and everybody alike, everybody must manage their marriage. If you don't sit down and pray for it, you will lose it. In today's world, I am using myself as an example. When a girl gets married and she thinks I have the comfort of the arms of my husband, and that husband is working shift, that husband jumping and sing awesome. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the night. And poor Davies by herself home, a Rawan could get in the mix. If you don't draw the line with prayers and protect your marriage, even the pundit could lose what he have. Much more for the normal person. Instead of fighting in your marriage, instead of wasting time in your marriage, get down and do your prayer. Narad Muni says many munis that we read in our text, they had marital problems and they lost their wives, they were kidnapped, they were left, they were separated. Suraj Narayan Swami, his wife, she couldn't bear the heat of his burning on that bed as husband and wife, and she leaves. She abandons the home and they beg her to come back. How does it work? They did Devi Puja. When in today's world people are fighting with divorce, people are fighting to stay married and stay in a home. This is why we do Durga Puja. This is why people are getting together to do now Raatri Brat. He says, "Oh Ram, oh Prabhu, if you do this Brat, you will get back your wife and you will be able to destroy by her darshan. She will give you the power to make it possible for you to destroy Ravan." Listening to the words of his guru, sometimes the best of us, the biggest Hindu, gets a little despondent. When things start to happen in the home, when children get sick, when children get own way, when they're going wayward, when things start to happen, you are wondering, what did I do to inherit this trouble? I have a dean, one of them is here from Barpo West. And when me and my dean sit down to talk, we're friends. Oh God, I don't know what happened in the school today now. Partner, you praying with them here, but we fighting with them over there. In the school system, they are going crazy. Teachers now, when they cannot hit, we can't beat. Better we take them and carry them by the police station and take the trouble from this place and put the trouble in this place. If parents would only hold their children and pray with their children, teach their children what is right, what is good. But many parents, Tuamewa Mata Chapita Tumewa, you're my first God, but many parents are neglecting to do the right thing. They make time for karate class home here in the temple, cooking class, we have music class, dance class, Hindi class. Everyone, the parent is sacrificing. I'll bring them, I'll sit them. Pandit, let's do yoga, so while they are doing this, I will do that. Parents are doing it now. Our people are learning how to tie sari, to remember how to dress properly, how to act properly, how to offer. But parents, Pandit, they can't come to the prayers. They have school. Pandit, they have lessons. And you neglect the prayer. You neglect the morality that prayer teaches. Look at what I am touching on night after night. They are not being imbibed. They are not in the circle of good and godly people. They say, babe, sit down properly. Cross your legs. Cover your body. Dress appropriate. Wipe your mouth after you eat. The company of saintly people will make saints. But the company of Rakshas, only friends that will drag them down. What will you get? When parents fail, friends will do the rest. Isn't the saying, show me a friend and I'll tell you who you are? Believe it. Sri Ram, listening to these words, he starts to absorb the advice. He takes it. Some of us, when we start to see trouble with children, we start to see trouble with money, we start to get despondent. We start to lose hope. You hear people say, well, better me do prayers. When you have trouble so upon it, you don't feel to pray. Today I was talking to one girl and she was telling me about her nephew. Got in an accident in Jamaica. And the child, mentally, with the lash, with the impact, got damaged. We never know that child whether walk or talk. But you see prayers, mantras, the different forms of God, utilized in the right way. Today the child starting to whisper, starting to move his hand. After a year, after a while, lying down in a bed. God does these things to wake up, to give you the hope, to show you that regardless of how bleak the situation is, God is still here. But you have to go, move, get up, work faith, change that karma. Did we say that last night? Do the prayer in the correct way and you will get the change, Sri Ram. Do the prayer and you will get the hope. And he is listening to Nara talking and Baba going on here. And in his heart, he is hearing what he needs to hear. He is getting the hope and tears. Narad is listening to Brahma's story now. And he's remembering what he saw. That whilst the Pandit is giving the advice, Sri Ram is filling up with tears as he is happy to do the worship. That my mother will help me today. My heart and my life is in the doldrums. I am in the gutter and my mother will help me. My prayer will work. How many people, when they are doing prayers, may I know now? May I know if that Parsar have value? I don't know if that Hawan Hawat, that sunk my head too big to bow. There's a discourse with where that song comes from. When that sunk is bellowed, just as how mother is in that Chandra Ganti form, when that bell is ringing, you're supposed to bow wherever you are. Because with that reverberation, with that song, the body of a devotee of Lord Vishnu, he says, wherever that song, read your Gita, when that song is bellowed, evil has to go back and positive has to come forward. Mario Baba, when he saw Sri Ram crying, Mario Baba starts to cry. He says the time for Devi to activate. He says, Mother, go. Go, he's ready for you now. Sri Ram needs you now. And he does the fast. He does the prayer. Narad is the Pandit. They worship him. They rub and massage his feet. They take, if you ever see when the wedding is going on, how they worship the foot of the son-in-law if he is of a good character. And you take the dust of this goodly and godly individual, you'll see the father-in-law to be rub his hair with that person's dust. In this instance, Sri Ram kneels down and he's holding on to the feet of Nara. And he says, from the dirt of your feet, Guruji, purify the sin of this sinner. Whatever is causing me and my wife to be in two different places, whatever is causing this to happen, let it break. Let it stop and let it come. Let it be that that time is coming for a reuniting between male and female. Please bless me with that. Please allow me to have that darshan. Lord Sri Ram is doing it and Mahadev Baba is celebrating. Mahadev Baba speaks to Parvati. When we are singing the Arti Sunameni Devi Parvata Vasini, Sri Ram goes on the Parvat on top of the hill. When the war of now Raatri is finished, there in South India, in that place called Mysore, India, opposite, in Trinidad, we have Swami Ganapati, where Guruji's ashram is, on top the hill in front of his ashram, Chamundi Hill. That place where mother, when she's finished with Mahisasur, and she destroyed him, his carcass is lying on the battlefield. Mother in that huge form rests on that hill. And as she reclined, all the devatas came and they prayed, Sunamedi Devi, Mother, listen to my prayer. As you are resting on the Parvat, you who are sitting on this hill, May you please listen to my prayer, Ma. When we sing that, that is what we're saying. Lord Vishnu, knowing this, he wants to go on top the hill, and he goes on a hill in that area where he is, and he does the puja. And he goes and he picks the fruits. He offers the flowers in the forest, and he gets it. On the 8th night, the Ashtami night, the two brothers sit down and they are doing Havan. Sri Ram is listening to discourse from Narad Muni night after night, night after night. Who is Chandraganti? Who is Brahmacharini? Who is Shailaputri? And he's inquiring, like you and I know. Who is Devi? What is Devi? What is the blessing when I offer this, that, and the other to Mother? Tomorrow you will hear that yourself. What is the blessing? Why do we give her kheer in the handout tonight? You will see the prasad is kheer. When you are doing Parvati Mata Puja and you have her that Devi in front of you, the prasad to offer her is fresh or cow ghee, fresh cow ghee, and you take it and you rub it on the Murti's feet. People bathe the Murti with the ghee. Kheer, because of the richness, because of the nuts, because of the nutrition value of the kheer, you get that sweetness. How you give, so you get. You get that sweetness, that good experience in your life. The sadness has to go. Not only did they go and get fruits, the nuts, the roots, the things that are growing in the forest, they offered it. And on the 8th day, they did worship in more Havan, and the sky starts to rumble. Rain starts to set up. As the environment in our sastras, there is a list of good signs. Just as there's a list of bad signs or death is coming, there's a sign that when the devatas shower a little rain, don't we know, okay, I'm getting my blessing. But there are different things that also indicate goodness and good times. When he had done his prayer, when the puja is finished, Sri Ram, that incarnation of Sri Vishnu, rests his head to his guru, Narad Muni, and he says, for doing me the service of guiding me in my prayer, how could I, who is living in the forest, I have no gold, no gems, no jewel, no money, I have nothing to give you, Pandit. But you are helping me in my worship. When I get my good karma, you will not get any. When the person does their worship, I must give him something out of gratitude. That something is called dakshina. It doesn't mean money. It means gratitude, a gift of gratitude. That could be money, but for the person that cannot afford, it could be food stuff, it could be fruit stuff, it could be some seva. When Hanuman Baba, when he was learning everything from Suraj Narayan Swami, who's the guru of Hanumanji, Surya Dev, the son, and he had learned everything. He says, let me pay you Guru Dakshina now. The son says, I am Surya, I'm the middle of the universe. I have everything. There is not an ounce of gold I don't have. What will that do for me? Son, I wouldn't appreciate that. I don't want that. Hanuman Baba then says, let me do some work for you. If you teach me and you imbibe me and you give me so much knowledge, and I have become a better person because of this knowledge, I cannot leave this company and not do something. I must pay you. If you do not want financial benefit, then give me some work to do. And in doing the work, I would repay you in kind for everything that you have done for me. And here Surya Dev says, you see my son Shani, he does not listen to me. That child, even the devatas had problem with children. That child is wayward. That child is wrong. That child is doing his own thing. Go bring him for me. Bring him, that's all. Hanuman Baba went and he says, oh brother, oh friend, our father wants to see you. Shani said, me, I want to see my father. I am not going there. And you cannot force me. He was wrong. Hanuman Baba take up the walking stick that Shani has. He's always dragging. He's a very slow person. There's a reason for that. He takes the same piece of iron and Hanuman Baba leathers him with licks. Beat him senseless. wraps him up with that piece of iron and brings him and throws him at the feet of my guru. He says, Guruji, be happy with me. Be so pleased with me now that I am paying you back for all the knowledge. And Surya Dev says, Shani's day is Saturday. Saturday in Hindi is Shanivar, the day of Shani. This is why Shani Day, we don't do wedding on Saturday. Because it is his day, it will cause corruption, it will cause destruction. But in today's world, people are doing all types of wedding on a Saturday. But when, fast forward, trouble comes, Pandit, what jadoo, what magic happened now? The two people who love each other, they don't love each other anymore. They're fighting now for who will get a house and who will get children. But when you start bad, prepare to end bad. Shani Day, don't bathe the pregnant girl. We say 6 and 12 days, but don't be surprised. The Pandit says, you know what? Saturday is the 12 days. Let's shift it to Sunday or the Friday. It's better. Shani Day, bad day for certain things. He says, you know what, Hanuman? I bless you. You see, when Shani's day comes, Saturday comes, the person who is being affected by the vision of Shani, when they do your puja on a Saturday, they will be able to overcome Shani Devta. Hanuman Baba's day is Tuesday, right? This is why the Guru blessed him with that. And this is why we do puja on a Saturday to Hanuman Baba. Pavana Putra Hanuman Ki Jai. Sri Ram leads by example, just like Hanuman Baba. And he drops to the Godfather foot and worships this individual out of genuine gratitude. Last time when we talked about when you do prayer, do you properly, do you worship properly? Are you happy when you have your Pandit, your priest, do your worship? How do you talk to that person? How do you show the person that love and gratefulness? If you don't, according to Gita, if you are giving a gift to somebody like your Pandit or the children that will be worshipped on Tuesday, and you say, I have to give them $10? All of them? Oh God, that $10 gonna buy me doubles tomorrow. Oh God, let me give you $1 instead now. It sounds crazy, but you wouldn't believe there are some people who go by Pandit Sanil and say, Baba, give me $5, you could give me $4 change. Bhagavad Gita says, if you're given something, don't give it with a grudging attitude. You know, many people give gifts, many people do charity, but oh God, they gripe over it. If you are giving, give what you can, so that when you give it with a good mind. Sri Ram did the worship, and as he had bowed and he hugged and he squeezed Narad Muni, because he was happy for that guidance, because this person came into his life and gave him hope. Hope. You know, in Garg Puran, they tell you the person who robs a person of hope, who makes a person feel as if there is no tomorrow. In some people's case, encourage suicide, or to drink, or to be a drunkard. The person who pushes a person so far that they give up. Whatever happened, happened. That person is going to hell. And the opposite for the person who brings hope. When I walked through the town with all the members, and we were walking on the road, it was to remind people in these hopeless times, with the crime, with the criminal, with the trouble, with the job loss, don't give up hope. When Sri Ram was so happy that Narad had given him the hope, and he's happy. Have you ever done prayers and you're so happy when you're done, you're crying too? Did that emotion ever come inside of you? If you've never had that experience, you're missing a portion of your prayer. You're not doing it properly. If you have not invested so much into your belief, what kind of Hindu are you that your God is not that important when you have trouble? When he had let loose his arms from Narad, Devi Mata appears as Adi Shakti Durga. The description here is that she has the Trishul alone, the tiger this time, wearing white sari. And she says, "Oh Vishnu, I am the energy that gives you the power to do your job. I am the one that gave you," remember last night when he did the Yagna? "You are by my blessing incarnating one form after the other. When you came as the fish, when you came as the tortoise, when you came to save Prahalad for Bhagwa time, where he has the lion head, Narsingh Baba. Every time you descended upon the earth, it was by my will and by my power. Today you are come, O Raghu, O Raghav, O Raghupati, you have come here by my wish, by my blessing. You are supported by an army of Vanar, but they are all the Devatas. Mahadev is there. All of them are there, incarnated to assist you. O leader, go by my divine power. Go and destroy Ravan. Today I give you the energy. Cross the water. Go to the ocean. Cross the water. Go. Destroy him. Rule this earth. And then when you are finished, return to Vaikunt. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. When Sri Ram got that on the Navami day, on the last day, the next morning, watch your calendar, on the 10th day, you will see Vijay Dashmi or the Vijay Puja, the Victory Puja. What is the Victory Puja? Watch when you're watching Sankhya TV, when they're doing the Aarti for the Ganga, and you see that big brass deer thing that they have. I can't remember the word for it. And they're doing the Aarti. You will see they do Vijay Aarti. Vijay Aarti, this is the Murti. They will swing the deer like this to the Murti and then swing it out to everybody. And you will see everybody do so as if they are taking the light, the energy. It was time to celebrate victory of Mother and her blessing. And Sri Ram did her worship, shared food and gifts, and then headed to the water. When he went to the water, because of the power of Devi, when they wrote his name, the Shakti, the unseen energy, allowed those stones to float. The whole Leela with Nal and Neel, allowing it to float, it was supported by the unseen energy of Adi Shakti to make that impossible scenario. Today we are hearing it on Facebook when NASA is seeing the bridge, remnants of the bridge and all these things. So people are believing it had happened. But the power of Durga made it possible for him to build the bridge. And when he attacks, when he goes to the city and he attacks the city, this is how he was able to triumph because of the blessing of Adi Shakti. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. In conclusion, Sri Ram is the example for you and I. I've mentioned many things about children, marriage, the home. And if you are standing on the sideline, and you are robbing yourself of the opportunity, why are you doing that? If the temple, if the village, if your home has the opportunity to worship Sri Adi Shakti, Mother, if you have the darshan to get her prasad, if you have the darshan to do the little havan as you are walking outside, if you get to bow to the fire or to her murti, and you are robbing yourself of that, why are you your own enemy? If you are robbing your children of that moment or the ability to do it, the family that prays together stays together. Parents tonight, if you are falling, please catch yourself. Don't fail your children. One day you'll have to answer for it. Don't rob them of getting the training that will make them better people. Don't do that. Don't do that. One day God will say, I made you a father or a mother. I have given to you 3 or 4 or 5, one child. What did you do? Did you invest in them? Did you show them only academic? Or did you teach them spiritual, morality, spirituality? Did you teach them everything to live a balanced life? You will answer. Tonight as we conclude here at the Mandir, as we close off this katha, please look at the value of Raatri. Tomorrow night, we'll go in depth into what is Kanya Puja, what is to be offered, what is to be done during the Raatri, how to make the dar, what to offer, and what is the benefit in preparation for what we are coming to do. All these discourses will link one to the other. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai.